What's going on, Shibari family? XO once again. So in today's video, I'm gonna just jump right into it. Now, there are 3 essential techniques, whether you wanna learn suspension, whether you wanna do chest harnesses, whether you wanna tie arms and legs and possibly even make collars out of rope. There are 3 essential techniques that you must learn in order to really excel in the Shibari world. And that's the overhand knot, that is the single column tie, and that's also reverse tension. Now, these 3 things are gonna take you very far. You can do a lot of things. So in today's video, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna show you how to do it, when to use these techniques, when to not use these techniques, and hopefully you guys gain some knowledge. Now, first things first would be the overhand knot. The overhand knot is very simple. If you look at my last video, the Hishi Karate video, this is a partial Hishi Karate right here. These are overhand knots right here, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Next will be reverse tension. Now, excuse my back. My back is a little messy, and I'm gonna show you guys how to really get the back clean and get it real uniform. Don't worry about the back right now. Use a lot of reverse tension in the back right here, and the single column tie will be last. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, rope family, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to find the bite of your rope. If you don't know how to find the bite of your rope, please look at my very first video. I explain how to find the bite, so I won't go into that. But imagine that you're tying bread, or imagine that you're tying a shoelace. So you'll take the bite, you will wrap it over your finger so you make a loop, and then the bite, you'll push it through. Now, this is a very essential tie if you're gonna do the Hishi Karate, if you're gonna do my Siren's harness, aka the rib cage harness. Put it over like so, and then you just overhand knot, overhand knot, overhand knot, overhand knot, like so. A very simple technique. It doesn't take a lot of time at all. It's very simple, but it's also very essential because you can always add a partial karate to something. Okay, so secondly is reverse tension. Now, I speak about reverse tension a lot, but I really want you to understand what it is. Like, if you're doing your chest, if you've ever done a chest harness, you've used reverse tension and you may or may not have known it. My back is looking a little crazy right now, and then I'll definitely, in my future videos, really explain how to get the back more clean. Don't worry about that. As long as it's holding, the front looks good, don't worry about the back being uniform. Now, reverse tension is very good in the chest area, in the back area, but you don't want to use reverse tension on places where they have a lot of nerves or that is soft. So you don't want to use it on the neck, you don't want to use it on the wrist, on the ankle. You kind of want to stay away from that because it cinches. So basically meaning that it pinches down. Reverse tension is very easy. I'll show you right here. So you have the bite, you have the tail. You're just going to push it through. This technique is used on most chest harnesses. Use it on legs, use it on arms, but you're going to be very careful with this because you never really want to use it on the neck, because as you can see, it tightens the neck. This is not something that you would really want to put on somebody's neck. It's a lot of pressure, but this is a technique that you're going to have to know if you want to do chest harnesses and you want to do leg ladders and things of that nature. Okay, Shibari family, last but not least, we have the single column tie. The reason why the single column tie is imperative that you know is because it does not cinch like how reverse tension does. And that is very important if you're doing something like a wrist, an ankle, very high sensitive areas like that. You want to use a single column tie. Now, we're going to jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is locate the bite of your rope. You're going to make 2 lines. That's line number 1. That's line number 2. Now, we're not looking for tightness here. In fact, a rule of thumb is that you want to be able to fit 2 fingers through. If you can't fit 2 fingers through, it is too tight, do it over. So from there, I'm gonna take about a little more than a finger. I'll say, what is that? Maybe about 4 inches, 5 inches of the bite. And you're gonna feed it under the 2 lines, right? So this is what it looks like from here. And then once you do that, you're gonna take the tail and you're gonna create a loop. Be very mindful of how you do the loop. You wanna do the loop from this side. You wanna be able to touch the rope. You don't want it to be on the outside. We want it to be on the inside. And then from there, you feed the bite through that new loop and you pull. This is a single column tie. And as you can see, it slides around. It's still secure. It's very secure, but at the same time, it does not cinch down. It stays like that. And that is what you're going to want to see if you're doing an ankle, if you're doing a wrist. This is something that is very important to learn. You should definitely be studying this, especially if you want to do other parts of the body. Okay, Shibari family, now that's a wrap. So a quick overview. We went over the overhand knot, we went over reverse tension, and we went over the single column tie. Now, I do plan on making individual videos for each one, just in case that was a little too much for you guys to handle. But also at the same time, I believe in you guys. I believe that this is something that you can watch and really get. And just rule of thumbs, when using reverse tension, try to avoid the neck, try to avoid the wrist, try to avoid anywhere that could possibly stop blood flow. The overhand knot, very simple. You're going to need it to be able to do the Hiji-Karada, to be able to do the rib cage harness, and last but not least, the single column tie. That is the tie that you want to use when doing wrists and ankles and things of that nature. There are other things, other techniques. There's a double column tie. There's a lot of other things that need to be learned, but these are the things that you have to get down pat first before we move on to anything else. So that's all, rope family. This XO speaking, and I'll catch you on the next one.